If you bought an iPhone 12 or 12 Pro between 2020 and 2021, there's a fair chance that you've dealt with a failing earpiece speaker. This turned out to be a hardware fault that Apple acknowledged, offering a warranty repair program for up to 3 years after the date of sale. Out of warranty and without Apple Care, it'll cost you at least $450 to fix it through Apple. If you go down the DIY repair route, you'll find that the speaker and front-facing sensors are a single assembly, and replacing that whole assembly means you'll lose Face ID functionality because of parts pairing. But there is another way. Today I'm going to show you how to fix the earpiece speaker on your iPhone 12 or 12 Pro without losing Face ID. We're going to keep the sensor package and only replace the speaker. For this repair you'll need an iPhone 12 display assembly adhesive, your replacement speaker, a P2 pentalobe driver, a Phillips 00 driver, a tri-point Y000 driver, an anti-clamp, an eye opener, hairdryer, heat gun or heat mat, some iFixit opening picks, a spudger, a pair of tweezers, an iFixit smart soldering iron, some flux, and some solder. Before you begin, discharge your iPhone battery below 25%. A charged lithium-ion battery can catch fire and explode if accidentally punctured. To begin, power off your iPhone and remove the two P2 screws on either side of the lightning port. Take an opening pick and measure 3 mm from the top and mark a line. Apply heat to all 4 edges of your iPhone. You can use a heat gun, heat mat, or an eye opener to do this. Before the iPhone screen has a chance to cool off, bring in Clampy and lock it into place. Ensure you have a good grip on the screen and back glass with the suction cups. Start by slowly turning the handle 1 full rotation clockwise or until you see the suction cups extend. Slowly continue to rotate the handle until you start to see the bottom edge of the screen lift up. If the screen doesn't want to lift up, apply more heat and repeat the process. Insert a pick into the opening, taking particular care not to extend the pick more than the 3 mm marker. Make your way around the screen using additional picks as needed to keep the screen separated from the cooling adhesive. Feel free to apply more heat with your eye opener as needed. Do not force the pick through cold adhesive or you may damage your screen. Take particular care around the 2 sets of flex cables on the left-hand side of the screen. Lift the screen up and out to the left. Use a small box to support the screen in a 90-degree angle to prevent the screen overextending the flex cables. Go ahead and undo the 2 tri-point screws on the lower bracket and remove it. Pop the battery connector first to make the device safe to work on, followed by the panel connectors. Next, remove the 4 tri-point screws on the top bracket and remove the bracket. Pop the single press connector leading to the front-facing sensor assembly and remove the screen. In order to perform this repair, we need to expose the 2 solder points connecting the flex cable to the speaker. To do that, remove the 2 tri-point screws followed by the 2 Phillips screws securing the speaker to the screen. Unfold the speaker down and open the assembly up to expose the 2 solder points. Shameless plug, we developed our very own USB-C powered smart soldering iron that runs off a wall plug, or better yet, the battery pack we specifically developed alongside it. We made it with repairability in mind to make sure this will be the last soldering iron you'll ever buy. With that said, set your iron to 400 centigrade or about 750 Fahrenheit and melt one of the balls of solder on the flex cable. Using tweezers, get underneath the flex cable and apply heat to the other solder ball. Be careful not to apply heat to the flex cable itself. Remove the faulty speaker. Apply some flux and a little bit of solder to the contact points on the replacement speaker. Line up the flex cable with the 2 speaker contacts using your tweezers. Once both points are lined up, apply heat until the solder ball melts on one of the contacts. Ensure the second contact is lined up correctly and repeat. Once that's done, use a cotton swab soaked in isopropyl alcohol or flux cleaner and gently clean the contacts of any residue flux. Do not allow either of these solutions to drip onto the back of the display. It's time to reassemble the phone, starting with the speaker assembly. Fold it back in place and replace the 4 screws. You may want to apply a fresh layer of display adhesive here. Start off by cleaning the old glue from the frame. Once the frame is clean and dry, go ahead and peel the first liner and line the adhesive up on the frame. Apply pressure to ensure the glue adheres to the frame, and then remove the top liner. Grab your panel and line up the front-facing sensor assembly press connector and plug it back into the logic board. Do the same for the digitizer and display press connectors. It's important to connect the battery last to avoid any accidental damage to the device. Replace the top bracket and all 4 tri-point screws, followed by the bottom bracket and the last 2 tri-point screws. Lastly, remove the last 2 liner strips from the display adhesive and carefully lay the display back into place. Reinsert the 2 P2 screws to secure the screen in place and complete the reassembly. Place a book or 2 on top of the screen for a few minutes to ensure the glue adheres to both the frame and the screen. Job done! You now have a working iPhone again for less than $20 in parts. Nice work!